Glory to God. Good morning. What's up? Sculptor Sound was good. Yeah, that was something I was working on at work. I've been taking this little mobile setup with me rather than taking the SP404, the Mark II, although that's really portable. This has been really nice since I've discovered some things about Koala, and I've been sleeping on it for a long time. I swear I bought it like probably 2 years ago, and I thought it was cool, and I think what I was gonna do with it, I thought it'd make a great like little field recorder for making sounds, like doing some sound designing, making my own drums and stuff. And I never really got into using it like that. I recorded a bunch of sounds, just left it on my phone. And I think the reason why I didn't get into it was because I didn't want to use the touchscreen, and I didn't realize, that I could like plug in a MIDI controller and really easily map it. Like it's super easy. It's probably the easiest thing I've ever seen as far as like mapping MIDI controllers. So not having that tactile feel that I love from standalone gear kind of kept me away from it. But this is pretty much like a standalone piece of equipment, and I think Koala Sampler is like one of the dopest. And maybe it's some of the newness to it. It's always something about having a new piece of gear, or like a new workflow that kind of is that makes you feel fresh about things. And so I'm a little hyped about it. But guys, tell me how my audio's sounding, because this is also a new thing I'm doing here. So yeah, I'm gonna go over some of the gear that I purchased for this little setup. But I think this is probably the cheapest way to get into sample-based beat making. Like, can it be beat? Let me know if it can. And I'm on Android, so I know iOS users got a lot more options, but this really seems like if you want to get into sample-based beat making, this is the cheapest way to go. I mean, starting off $4, you really don't need anything else, and I was doing that for a little bit, just tapping on the screen, and it's actually not that bad. It's probably a lot better too if you got like a tablet, like an iPad, or I've got a Windows tablet, which I was going to try to do it on, because I know there's like a beta for it. But I need to go back and fill out that form, because dude, I don't know what dude's name is, or the creator of Koala, but he's looking for like people to test it out and report like what kind of issues. So I've had a lot of issues. I haven't even tried to get back on the tablet. I just wanted to get going because I had an extra phone. I upgraded my phone. This phone is still good. So of course it's not cheap if you're going to go out and buy a device just for Koala. But if you happen to have a device, that most people have their phone, then $4, to start making something. And then the fact that you can plug in audio interfaces, MIDI controllers, like anyone's of your choice, and customize them. And then even have like Bluetooth devices. Like right here, I got this Bluetooth mouse, rechargeable mouse, for like $8 off of Amazon. And that just makes it that much doper. So just having the Bluetooth ability, being able to use a mouse and all that. But yeah, see what y'all are saying. Sculptor Sound. Koala Sampler is the main reason I haven't bought any new gear in so long. I swear if Roland dropped a new 404, I was going to get it. Oh, so you didn't even get the Mark II, because Koala just kind of like serves every purpose that you need. Jersey Boy Beats, what's up, man? Koala's for real. JB, what's up? Sounds good? Okay, cool. I think I'm going to just keep these drums. I want to start something new, so I'm going to... Y'all can guess that sample, right? So I'm going to keep these drums and then save as a new. I should get a keyboard connected to this. I think this is, I'm just naming them. This is like my 8th project I think I've started. So let's just name it that for now. I don't know which way I'm going, but there's a lot of things to love about this. Like just the fact that I might just go to YouTube and do a screen recording of something. Staying positive? Yeah, trying to stay positive. This is, I don't know if you guys, I haven't seen you guys around here in my streams in a while. I mean, it's been a little minute since I did a stream, but if you know me, if you've been to the streams, you know I come usually do like a early in the morning stream, not like early like now. It's not that early right now, but like after midnight kind of stream. And my schedule's just changed a little bit. Mine itself hasn't changed. Just I guess my responsibilities have changed because my wife is going to work now in the morning, so I gotta be up and with the kids. It's pretty easy on a Monday because I got weekends off and I can sleep. But throughout the week, I get home like 2, don't get to bed till 3 at least, and then I gotta be up. So that's why I'm up right now because, well, my baby, one of my baby's asleep, and my other daughter's in the room, so she's older and she's just having some breakfast and watching some TV while I try to get this in. So any moment I could expect the little one, she's about 16 months, to get up and then need a little bit of attention. But I'm just gonna keep the stream going, I think, and just chat it up with y'all and see what y'all are doing and thinking about Koala because I still have some things to learn. But I'm having a lot of fun with this, and I've actually kind of been preferring to use this over the Mark II right now. So not sure which direction I'm going. I should have like prepped I think I'll just play this record and see if there's anything on here. But yeah, I don't have anything really prepped here. I was gonna do a video and show you all my stuff that I purchased, but I guess I'll just talk about it. So the controller right here I have is by Donner. I believe that's how you say it, Donner. It's called the Starry Pad, and it's a tiny little controller, but it's really nice actually. And it has, I went through like a process of looking, for a good MIDI controller for this, and I wanted something that is, kind of MPC like 4x4 pads. So I was looking at like the Akai MPD series, and I was looking at there was one like by PreSonus which looked really good. I was gonna get that one, but that I think is just kind of built for Studio One, and it looked good because you have like 4 knobs at the top, and I was gonna do like I'll just show you show you what I did with this as far as programming. But yeah, I didn't go with that one because they had a lot of like custom buttons. I think they're just for Studio One, and I wasn't sure if you could customize them to work with Koala. So kind of played it safe, went with something that was more generic, that has stuff that you can program, that has a transport control. That's one thing I didn't like about, like, I wanted to get the Akai MPD. I think it's 218, but that thing I think is like $99 or $119, and it didn't even have transport controls, which was important to me. Although I could do a lot of stuff from here, I just prefer the tactile feels. For this, having something like this makes me feel like I have a standalone device, because it is also portable. So it's almost like a little mini MPC stuff, but it's actually a lot more simple. And a lot of things, in a lot of ways, I like this better than the way the MPC works and the SP. So that's crazy to even to say. But yeah, okay. So the Starry Pad right here is, I believe it's like, it's less than $100 right now on Amazon. Let's see if I can find it. I think it's like $93. I believe I got it for like 84. It was on sale. So Donner. Okay. Oh, I didn't pop up. 2 R's on Starry Pad. So yeah, the Donner Starry pad is $92.
Daddy,
Yes, baby.
can you make spell kids doing gymnastics?
Okay, 1 second. I'll be back, guys. Gotta do something. All right, so the Starry pad is $92. So this is really all you need if you want a tactile feel to using KOALA Sampler. Like I said, of course you don't need it. You could just tap the pads, but that's one of the main reasons why I didn't mess with KOALAs, because I didn't want just a touchscreen to make music. But so $92 plus $4 for the app. I think another $4 for the Samurai chopping thing, which I really haven't gotten into yet. I looked at it. It was a little bit confusing, honestly, compared to like how the MPC or the SP works. But yeah, you're at under $100 right there. And then if you want to add like an audio interface, I/O, if you ever seen, I can't show you right now because I need to hook this tablet up so I can show you this stuff. I usually use it to get the tablet screen on here. I wish I could show you, but I'm not quite as prepared for that because I switched over my HDMI out to the phone so I can get this view. But yeah, there's these little USB IOs that really just have like the 1/8 inch headphone type port, and you got an IO. So I just added that to this, and that's actually what you're hearing right now. Of course, I got a different mixer out here, and I'm probably gonna upgrade to like a dedicated USB audio interface for KOALA. And right now I have this MKII Onyx mixer that I got from ZZOUNDS just on loan. I'm gonna send that back though and get something else that I can plug into a KOALA, because that needs the MKII mixer needs a, what do you call it, a driver, so it's not plug and play. It's easy to do with like Android devices, but if I get something plug and play, I can plug it into KOALA. But anyways, I got this little USB thing. That's all it is. Just looks like a little USB thumb drive, but it has an IO in and out, and so I have that audio going into the KOALA app, and that thing is like $8. So it's probably the cheapest way and the most like portable and discreet way to get audio in and out of your phone for KOALA. So that's $8. You're still like just barely over $100 right there. So that's dope. And then what else I got here? This is another keyboard by Donner. I bought this a while ago just to have a portable keyboard for my MPC, but it ends up working out here well for KOALA as well. Then I have a USB hub, the one I was talking about earlier, that's plugged in here to the phone, and then it has like 3 USBs. So I got the pad controller, the keyboard plugged into there, and then the little audio interface. And then it also has an HDMI out, so I can get that on the screen like this for the stream. So that's just dope if you want like an immersive setup too. If you've got a screen, and even if you're not streaming, just to have a larger screen to look at. That's just another dope thing about having KOALA, an app on your phone like this. John Connor, what's good? Yeah, the Atom, excuse me, is for PreSonus, but I've seen guys map it to other apps. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to be sure. I figured it was, and it looked cool, but it just had a lot of extra stuff that was labeled specifically. So what I did here is I I just got this one, like it's generic, and it's got 2 knobs, and then it's got 2 faders, but then it has 3 banks for each of those. And then you have A and B buttons, and then you got a full level button, which is not customizable. These are just to bank over for the pads, the knobs. You got a play pause button, note repeat, which is within. So this button is not customizable, I believe, and it's up and down. I thought maybe these would be customizable, but it's more of just a what is it, a semitone. It's just a transpose, so just transpose the pads up. So you can do it that way. You can go pad bank or pad bank. And you only get 3, so you don't get access to pad bank D here. But it's so good. It's all good for me. Like, I don't even end up using that 4th bank. I probably use 2 banks at the most. You got your record button, which is, and then you got a shift button. When you press shift, you get access to like the features that are on the underneath the pads. And then this one that's blinking is the only one that it's labeled tap tempo, but it's not. It's a tap tempo. I think that works for the controller itself. So if you want, I wanted to use like the note repeat and stuff. But I actually was able to customize this one, so I customized it for like a clear out the sequence. And then none of the other pads on shift are customizable, I don't think. But that's good enough. So let me just sample something and then show you how I've mapped some of the stuff in here. Just put it to use. Yeah, shout out to the fathers. Thanks, Jersey boy. Hey, Fade to Black, what's good? Yeah, people been telling me about AUM since I've been active on, like, I joined the Koala group on Facebook and just been talking to people about this. People keep recommending that for sure, but I'm actually not on iOS, so I might have to sleep on it a little bit longer till the time I get a tablet. I may ask my mom, who's got this. She's got an iPad that she's not using. I've been trying to tell her to let me use it, but this is good for now. I like the simplicity of this. So let's see how far we can go. And there's big MPC news, so who knows how long I'll be messing with this. But I know I'm not gonna get rid of this setup. It'll just be in the bag because it's super light to be taken home or taken to work. Oh, iPad mini, I never thought about that. That'd be cool. Yeah, it's definitely more portable, Fade to Black. Have y'all heard about this MPC Live Mini? Though, because I'm gonna have to get that. Because I've been wanting something like that for a minute. Alright, so let's see how long this stream can stay monetized, fellas. It probably won't. Hey, can y'all give me a thumbs up? If y'all like Koala Sampler, just give the stream a thumbs up. There was a couple videos. I forget what's his name is. His name is something Pad Pusher. And then Sample Kings. So apparently, if you like, there was a latest update for the MPC. Turn this down a bit. There was a latest update for the MPC, and in the firmware code, apparently you can find like little hints, you know. And there's hints for like 3 new MPCs. So we already seen the FCC leak of the MPC 1 XL or something, or the MPC 1.2, and then an MPC XL and an MPC Live Mini. Dustin McAdams, what's good? Koala's a lifesaver. iPad Mini here. Did you buy the summer? I did buy the summer upgrade, and I'll look at it here in a second. But I've always kind of been a manual chopper, regardless of even having the lazy type chop features. And I jumped in and I looked at it, but I haven't grasped it, so I'll look at it. Maybe y'all can help me out. You'd still hang on to the big live. Yeah, so and then also the other hints about it is interesting because it's something I was talking about too, is that I'm hearing them say, or at least it was a conversation like in the comment section, that it's gonna be an MPC Live Mini that's separate from the MPC software, so it won't run the software. I don't know what that means exactly. Like maybe it's not gonna be a controller at all. Crazy to think, right? Like the old days where they had MPCs that were completely untethered from the from a computer. But that's interesting. It's something that I was actually thinking about, and I've mentioned to some people. So what it's gonna look like will be very interesting to see if it's a thing. Like I always imagine like a MPC mini, like a mini MPC new gen that has like a screen this size, you know. And maybe if that'd be great if they did put a mouse support on it, because some of the limitations of the screen, especially if it gets smaller, things get a little bit more difficult. But yeah, I wonder if it even have a touchscreen. I mean, if they're gonna call it a Live Mini, I would assume that maybe it does. Standalone MPC Studio Black, like the new, the old one. Yeah, I used to have the MPC Studio, the silver one, when that like first came out. That was one of the first MPCs I bought, you know, after the new kind of software integration thing. That was cool. It was definitely nice. I just never could do the tethered thing to a computer. Now, if it was tethered to a phone, I don't know, for some reason it's somehow different. But I don't like the software at all, the MPC software. I don't like looking at it. It's just way cluttered to me. And I'm sure there's some getting used to it, but compared to looking at like the MPC screen that you get standalone, yeah, it's kind of a headache to look at. Joe Gua, I wonder if it'll be just a live based off of the pad size from the one. Huh, maybe. I would definitely put smaller pads on it. You can go even smaller. Like, I don't know if these are kind of like the size of a one, I think. But even pads the size of the SP44 Mark II, I think that's proof that you can have little pads that feel good. Pedro, what's up? Oh, you also bought KOALA Sampler but never used it? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, they improved the knobs on the black one, didn't they? Like ones that stuck up further. I think. I gotta sample something, at least just to show you how I map this and how I think it's so dope. This is like a. Let me flip it around. I appreciate the thumbs up, guys. Still 16 of you in here, just 6 thumbs up. Let me get a thumbs up if you like KOALA Sampler. If you don't like me, whatever. But if you like KOALA Sampler and watching KOALA Sampler content, it's just gonna put more in your feed, so I'd appreciate it. I'm trying to do this full time so I can do like 8-hour streams just all day. What should I sample, guys? Any of you guys using a screen record function? Like screen recording YouTube and just importing video That's been pretty cool doing that. Well, I'm hearing that the new MPCs are gonna come with the release of 3.0. That's what some people's prediction is. So I would assume they would put a facelift on it, but how much? Who knows? Hopefully more than just the skin. But I don't care. I'm never gonna. I doubt I'm ever gonna be moving to that. Oh, I've checked out Nervous Cook's Fade to Black. He's dope. I'll subscribe right away. I got with this, I think. I think I heard one little piece in there that I like. It's gonna be short. That right there. So I got these mapped up here for start and endpoints, which is super dope to me. And then let's go into the endpoint. Just that. I just want that. And crop that. And then I got pitch mapped to this fader. And I love that it's like whatever pad you're on, it's, you know, pitching to that. So I can go. I have run into some issues lately with this, where KOALA starts tripping off of, I guess, what signals are being sent from the controller. Now I don't know if it's the controller or not, but I was having an issue where I was just playing the pads and I was trying to change the volume and the pitch of a specific one, and then when I pressed the other pads, they started like, they went to the same pitch and volume. See that? I think it's doing it now. I don't want that. This is volume. Okay. Dustin just picked up a a 44SX. Have not sent Koala chops over yet, but the app can make Ableton drum racks. I know. Yeah, I don't know anything about Ableton, so you're saying Koala can make Ableton drum racks? But I guess that would be a good, because the SX doesn't have a chopping feature, so that's a nice little workaround. Just if you're just going off your phone to chop stuff, why not? That sounds good. Sculptor, you were blown away. Yeah, me too, man. Like, are you serious? Like, you can just go right here, go to settings, go to MIDI, use MIDI mapping, map MIDI, and then just, press a pad, and then there you go, and it's map. And you could do that with any of the functions that you see that have these little numbers on them. I guess MIDI values. That's it. That's how you map stuff. I think it would be dope if the MPC did something like that, or like any sampler did something like that, where you had programmable buttons and knobs. Like, why can't they do this like the MPC? I don't know if they have a way of doing it, but it's not this easy. But if you had some controls on there, like the Q links and some buttons that weren't labeled, and you were able to just map and pick the ones you want and customize the workflow to the way that you like to do, that would be super dope. Because not everyone works the same. Like, if any of you went out and bought this Starry pad for your Koala, you would probably map it differently than the way that I map it, right? I map the functions that I think I'm going to use the most. Like, I want volume, I want pitch, I want start and end point for my sample chopping there. That would be super dope. And I had this imagination too, like if like the MPC did this, how the MPC X has the little LEDs under the Q links. Imagine if they had those and and some buttons with LEDs under them, and you were able to do the MIDI mapping, program it, customize it the way that you wanted, and then you'd have the little reading there that would pop up, So it would be customized. That's what a sampler really is about. It's about customizing your sound, so I think it should be about customizing your workflow. So I think some companies should start thinking about that a little bit more. And yeah, man, Koala really hits it. It'd be dope. That's one thing I was thinking too. If Koala made their own controllers, that would be dope. Ben, what's good? This is the Donner Starry pad. And I put links in the description for all the stuff that I was just talking about. So I got the Starry pad, the keyboard, the USB hub. Obviously, this stuff you could probably get any kind of Bluetooth mouse. But yeah, I just put all the stuff in there so you guys can see if you're interested. And I just became an Amazon affiliate as well. So let me see. We got comments being held for review. What is that? Oh, okay. You like the snare? Yeah, I'm on Android as well, Sculptor. Yeah. You sample birds in the woods and creeks flowing. That's what's up. Sounds like some lo-fi. Yeah, I've seen that. Noticed that recently. If you double tap the pitch knob and the volume knob, I think probably the pan knob as well. For sale, what's happening? Yeah. Bought an iPad. How do you get it to samurai mode? So I think samurai mode is another $4 or so. So when you go into edit your sample, it's up here somewhere. It's no longer on mine because I already went and bought it. But there's I think it says auto chop, or it says samurai or auto chop. and then you click on that, it'll bring you to a prompt that says buy Samurai mode and get all the extra features. So it's just up here somewhere. I can't remember exactly what it said, but if you just go up there, you'll see it. Doing something with the microfeed, something similar. Mapping the Reaper for editing. Oh, okay, that's what's up. You're doing that right now? This needs to be added to the editing part of the MPC software. Yeah, I mean, you can map some stuff with the MPC, but not everything. But yeah, I'm talking about like self-contained within itself. So if Akai made the MPCs, their hardware to function more like a controller that you could customize. I ain't really mess with the no repeat on the starting pad. Let me see. So if you go shift and pad, or you just turn shift on, then you can select. And if I go out, I don't know, it doesn't seem to be working right now. Oh, I gotta hold it. So that's okay, but you have to go into shift and then change your desired note value, whatever it is. And then hit shift out and then hold note repeat. I guess you can't. No, you can. Yeah, you can. There you go. No, you just turn note repeat on and off. And that's it. So shift. So that's okay. Not bad. But it's not really something I'm probably going to use much of. Alright, so I'm going to tap this out. It's a really short sample. That usually leads me to a dead end. Let's see if that works. 83. I got to delete these. So this is how I set up this. Like if I press shift and press clear, it's going to delete my sequences. Just figure that's something I would use a lot of. Of course, it's kind of, and I'm just doing it for the tactile feel. Of course, I could just do this and click and clear, and it's pretty easy. Yeah, let's see if this works.
Daddy, Bella's awake.
Okay, baby. So that sounds pretty good. I'm about to step away here a second. My youngest just got up. So this would be 2 bars. And then hold on a sec. Okay, I'm gonna clear this out one more time. Redo it. Oops. Okay. So the play button doesn't work like I programmed it. Doesn't work as like it traditionally does, where it plays. It's just this moment. It's for some reason it's on a momentary thing, and I don't know if it can be changed. It's like a pause play. That's how it's labeled. So it's only on a momentary as you hold it. But I actually like how that ends up working out. So I just hit, if I want to play something, I could just hit record and then hit record again. It takes it out of record mode. And I could play my sequence and just, start playing some other stuff. Kind of, I guess, practice what I'm going to record. And then it does work to kind of stop your sequence. It just returns it to the beginning. But also, I've noticed how it works is if I got samples playing and I just hit the play button, it'll just stop everything. See? So that's cool. I liked how it ended up working out, although it's not kind of like the traditional play pause thing where it'll play it from the beginning or pause it where it's at and then play from, if I hit play again. It doesn't work that way for some reason. Like, I don't know if it can be changed, but I ended up liking it, like I said. So that's cool. Oh, the Koala has a good note repeat in it? Yeah, I haven't looked at that. Personally, Roland MK2 needs to adopt the Koala sample. What do you mean by that? Like some of the stuff that it's doing? I have tried the stem split. Not too much. It's far from perfect, but I think it can be used like creatively too, even if it's not perfect. But yeah, I haven't done it enough to see. Yeah, like you said, Dustin. See how the Keith McMillan Q Neo works with Koala once summarized installed. Okay. I remember the name. I've seen some Keith McMillan stuff, but I can't picture what that one looks like. You should see what the child can do with a SpongeBob loop and an 808. Mercer, what's happening? The controller needs an editor to switch to toggle mode. Okay. Do you have this controller? I try to download the Donner like app, but no luck with actually it seeing some of my stuff. Stoked for the Live Mini, but Koala. I don't want to learn that MPC. You have no experience with the MPC? I'm sure I would pick it up easy. But yeah, man, this is the Koala. One thing that's beautiful about it is the simplicity of it. I'm gonna turn off quantize actually. Let's see, quantize is off. Okay. And then I also have mapped this button right here for an undo. So I want to erase those drums. Can. Okay, let me try to finger drum the whole thing. Should have done this. Let me delete these drums real quick and copy the sequence. I love how you copy sequences too. It's probably the easiest thing. A lot of things on Koala are more easily done than they are on most other samplers, and all that for $4. Okay. Okay. And I just learned this that you have a little piano roll thing. I haven't really got into it much. How do you erase stuff? There you go. Where is my hat at? So that's cool. You got a little piano roll grid view. Okay, so now I got 2 copies. I'll do the drums on this one. sloppy. A little sloppy. Hey. What, you want this? Is that your sister's? How about some breakfast, baby? Go share it with your sister. Go share it with Minnie. Take that to the garbage. Okay, thank you. A little sloppy, but anyways, so I've labeled these, and I've got on the second fader bank. What I did was I added some compression here, and then I added reverb here. Anyone know if you can automate that stuff? Actually, I don't think you can. I think I've seen someone talking about how they just resample certain stuff to get their effects automated. How do you do the... Yeah, you guys are... Hold on. I'm not keeping up. Koala sequencer. Being able to see the notes and adjust as needed. Why enhance the screen on the MK2 and not make the sequencer viewable? Yeah, I'm with you, Ben. Make it viewable for sure. Yeah, I guess it could be. I don't know how well you would be able to navigate the sequencer if you wanted to adjust individual notes, like delete ones and stuff, the way you could on this, because you don't have a touch screen for one, or you don't have like mouse support. I guess they could make mouse support possible, through USB, since they have some advanced like audio features. But maybe it could work like the Machine Plus, which I didn't like the way it worked, where you could I guess you could select a pad, and then you had the knobs to be able to move through the individual notes, like scroll through them and select them, and then you could delete them that way. That would be possible. So it is definitely possible. I would at least like to be able to see it. I think that would be cool. So, and also be able to navigate. One thing I've been suggesting is that when you go in the sequencer, none of the... Let me just pull it out real quick. When you go in the sequencer, none of these knobs do anything. So it would be cool if this was like a playhead, and you could scrub through. See, they just, in the sequencer, I guess they do something, but so you can control your effects. But if you had an ability to use it to navigate, I think that would be an added bonus, especially if they were going to add like a grid edit or a piano roll type thing that you could look at on the screen. Neil is an MPE. What does MPE stand for? Pad controller. What's great about Koala versus the 4.4 is that you could solo stuff and put effects on it and bounce it as a loop. How do you solo stuff on Koala? Way quicker than having to mute a bunch. How do you solo stuff on here? Yeah. Oh, dang. No, she won't. Dang, my neck. I'll tell her that you didn't. Okay? But yeah, that's definitely one way of going about it. I've thought about that. It's just, I mean, not soloing, but if I wanted to put reverb on a snares, I can just resample that, put it on another pad. Way easier for exporting stems. For so every time somebody shows this thing the way they use it, it gets better and better. Thanks, Lifted. No doubt. Thanks, chat. It's amazing that a solo button can be so useful for sound design. We like you, bro. Don't worry. I appreciate it. Yeah, I must be slow on the chat. Am I gonna use this instead of the 4.4? Nah, I mean, I won't say that yet because there's always an initial hype that I feel when I try something new that I like. So I like this. I'm not gonna say that I'm just gonna completely switch. I won't lie and say it ain't crossed my mind. I'm like, this is way more affordable. You know, I could sell the 4.4, put that to some bills. You know, but I'm kind of like gonna chill off of that thought for now. But I have been using this more. I've been actually taking this to work every day rather than the 4.4. Just kind of getting used to it, getting to know it, and it's pretty easy to get to know. So I mean, and it just being that simple just kind of like alleviates some of the issues I have with like the MPC being just so everything, which is awesome. Like this definitely doesn't, I don't think it replaces an MPC, but it can. I mean, if all you want to do is create, I think this has a potential to be able to create things a lot quicker and you know, even just be more creative. The immediacy of it, you know, just having something, especially too, like I think this unlocks a lot of stuff having a controller connected because you're not locked into a screen. Like with the SP404, you get locked into screens. You go into chop mode or you go into chop. Well, chop is all right, but you have to jump in and out. I can be in my edit screen here, you know, edit stuff. And I could still sequence from here, right? I could do a lot. It doesn't really matter what screen I'm in. And there's only 3 screens, pretty much. I mean, there's some more screens in between that, but yeah, man, it's just super simple. You have to turn on this feature. Yeah, I think the workflow on this is a lot easier than the 4.4. I mean, I picked up the 4.4 pretty easily. There's still some things that I don't know about it. It's pretty deep for something that's still got some, you know, it's still basic, but it's not basic. It's I guess it's limited in some ways, but it's still pretty deep as far as features go. Compared to the MPC, it's a lot more limited. But the workflow, from what I've heard, some people say it's not for beginners to get a 4.4 Mark II. And I don't know. I'm not a beginner, so from that perspective, maybe, from my perspective, maybe I could see that, other people saying that. But I think, what does that sound? I think from my perspective, Koala is is a lot simpler to start using for sure. Like I think anyone could get into Koala and learn it. But of course, it's hard to say from having a perspective. I already have used many samplers. I know a lot of the language. If you're just like starting and you've never made beats, maybe you don't know what certain things mean. But I still think this is probably you got really got nothing to lose. Spend $4. Just play with it on your phone, on your tablet, learn it, and yeah, go from there. Add some other, if you like it, add some other things like the pad controller, audio interface, keyboard. Yeah, no automation. It is pretty convenient. How do you turn on the feature and settings for solo mute? But then how do you control it? I'll look in there in a second. Koala has auto chop too once you buy the samurai mode. It's the best. Yeah, Ben, I was talking about the samurai mode. I downloaded it. I paid for it. So it really makes the app like $8 at the most. So that's your entry point for starting is $8 if you really want. $4 if you don't need auto chop at $8. But yeah, like I was saying, I looked at it. It was a little confusing compared to auto chop on the SP and the MPC. So I'll look at it again. But one thing I was saying is I've always been kind of a manual chopping kind of person rather than using the auto chop. Even when that function's been there, I kind of prefer to just chop one pad, drag it over. And that's pretty easy. Like, that's really easy here. You just do that. And so how I go about it if I'm chopping like that is just figure out my pitch, make sure it's pitched at where I want, and then go to the choke group and throw it on a choke group so that all those settings are copied over to the next pad, and then I start chopping the next one from there. And that's just how I usually chop and just go from there. And that's pretty easy. So damn. Hello? Yeah, middle of stream, and I didn't even mean to answer, so there goes my stream.
What?
I was middle of stream.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was gonna text you.
Okay, I'll get off the phone.
No, what's up?
Nothing. This chick is irritating me. I came into class and
Check, check, check. So am I still live? I had a phone call. Go ahead, step back, baby. Go play. It's on the main page. We are still live, aren't we? Looks good. Looks good. I thought a phone call would interrupt the whole stream, but it looks like we're right. Yeah, the 404 does beat the Koala with effects, and just the way they work, you have buses. So, I mean, there's pros and cons to each. If you want to just keep it simple, then Koala is definitely the way to get started if you're having a difficult time deciding. And it's really, you really get, how much you got to lose? You know, like I said, $8 at most. All right, Dustin, appreciate you coming in. With MPE, okay, so the mute solo pads is on the main sample page. Okay, I'll look at that in a moment. Okay, Sculptor, you're a little behind on the video. That's cool. MP MIDI polyphonic expression. You control pitch, aftertouch, and you can also assign effects controls to a pad when you move your finger. Okay, so is it the MPC form factor or the 4x4? I think I know which one you're talking about. But it'll come correct with the Live Mini OS. Yes. It works better with Koala on one shots. Oh, what are we talking about there, Ben? Forget. Oh, the mutes. MPC 500 MK2. Yeah, I love the little 500. You can MIDI map the edit MIDI map the edit knobs too. MPD 32 is dope with Koala as well, for sure. 4.4 has better sounding effects. You'll get there. Yo, I Velcro my phone to my MPD 32 and it's like straight up hardware. Yeah, I was trying to think of like creative ways to like combine a pad controller with the phone. But yeah, I decided I like this. I see a lot of people going like horizontal, but I prefer vertical. All right. All right. Probably need to go change that girl's diaper. You have to connect a bunch of peripherals. Yeah. It's all preference. You don't even need any of that, really. Just preferred. iPad Mini 6 SP4 Mark II USB-C is a holy. Arteria beat step is perfect for Koala. Yeah, I've seen people do that. That's if you want to go horizontal, like I was saying. I prefer not to go horizontal. I just like the MPC pad layout. Bills, is it? What's happening? Mind altering effects. What's good? Koala gang. Couldn't get it to work on a new Android? Huh. I used Koala on my Galaxy S7 phone with no problems. Plus, you can transfer everything to iOS. Yeah, I'm on a S10. Use everything, gang. Keep hearing about AUM. They don't have iOS, though. Loopy Pro sounds like another iOS thing. Yes, the one-shot instrument samples, I was going to look at that too now. It does stretch across the whole piano. And the 4.4 is limited to 2 octaves, so there's one reason how Koala is a little bit better than the 404. Bluetooth adapter for MIDI on the MPD. No latency on that. I definitely can't use my Bluetooth speaker if I'm trying to get audio out of Koala and play with this pad controller. There's too much latency, it just messes me up. For sale. Oh, you're talking to Bills, okay. The 404 and Koala together are dope too. How do you use that? Okay, so let me load up. That's what I wanted to show you. I'm gonna load. This is what Ben was talking about. I'm gonna find some one shots.
Baby, I'm coming to your shop and then you're like
Okay. Put it over here. Oops. Alright, so that's what I like about this. I programmed one of these buttons to turn on the chromatic mode, so let me switch this to one shot, so I can just press this button, select that, and now I have that here. I've also, on knob bank, on the green knob bank, I've turned this to my tone. Oh yeah, Henny the Business. Yeah, I think I've seen that on his video, or at least seen it in my feed. Yeah, they just dropped a new update for Koala, huh? It's got a new looper. Okay, Mind Altering Effects. I'll check out your channel for sure. Oh, okay. The loop mode is for, yeah, I think I've seen that. That's for in the edit. Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Hold on, I'll be right back. Check. I'm gonna go off for like a little more, like 15 minutes. I just got a call. The plumber's coming over here, so yeah, I'm gonna cut the stream in about 15 minutes. You're gonna be here in like 30 minutes, so I can just go focus on the kids. Supposedly they're supposed to be in our bathroom for like 4 hours or so, like tearing out the wall or something. I don't know. There's like, I live in an apartment complex and there's like a leak going down in the downstairs unit. So yeah. More dope features on the way. How often is like how long you guys been using Koala, and like how often do they add new features? How many updates have you seen? Ken Killbanger, is it? Sick beat makes me want to get the Koala sampler too. Did you connect that keyboard plus pad controller to your phone? If yes, how and what are you using? Yeah, in the description. Glad you saw it. That's pretty much everything. Oh yeah, this phone is I guess I could plug it in, but it gets noisy. I'm gonna put the charger in here. So I also bought something else. So you see the USB hub in there in the description. I also bought this other one, which it was like the last one on Amazon. I don't know if they've added more, but I couldn't find the actual direct link. But this thing is pretty cool. It's by QuizLab. So it's pretty much a USB hub too. It's got 3 USB. It's got an HDMI out. It's got the import for charging. And then then you got 2 more USBs on this side, one on the other side. Then you got like SD and micro SD. I would be using this, but for some reason, I don't know. I think it might be defective, the HDMI port. So I wanted to be able to get the screen onto my stream, right? So this was unable to do it. It would just turn on, flash, and then turn off. But I don't know. I might keep it. I'm probably gonna email them and be like, "What's up?" See if they got another one or something. But yeah, I bought this one because it gives me the vertical. Sits like this, and then it's got the USB-C port there, so it sits in there. It's a dock, and a little stand for my phone. But I like it too, even if the HDMI doesn't work, because this will be the one that I take to work with me. I've been using it at work, and it's been working very well for that. But yeah, for the stream here, I don't know. But yeah, you could look into little alternatives like this. I just wanted something that was a stand as well. And I seen one that has like a horizontal. So if you prefer to use like the BeatStep Pro, as some people say are like perfect for Koala, if you like to use it that way. I seen something like this that will give you the horizontal layout for your phone. Yeah. So I mean, I think he answered like my first question, the developer of this in the Koala group that I joined. Like I was just asking a question about like threshold on input recording. I guess it has like a built-in threshold, so it works pretty well. But yeah, he was on there answering questions, so that's dope. Yeah. Like if I could get this on my Windows tablet, I would have just used it as is, because you have a pretty decent like ability to navigate and then do finger drumming and programming that way. Oh yeah, they don't have expandable storage, but that's what's cool about that one little hub that I showed you. It has SD card input, so you can just plug it in and then put more stuff on there right there, and just always have it plugged up. I just don't like the vertical layout because it's confusing to where I could get used to it, I'm sure, but where the pads or the sounds lay out, they're not. You know what I mean? It just doesn't reflect seamlessly with this kind of controller. Yeah, it's free on Windows, but I couldn't get it to work. I'll have to look at it again. Yeah. So. I think just leave that beat like that. Let's go to new. Just start something new. Probably won't finish anything. Like I said, I got about 10 minutes. Let's go try some of these Common Beats. If y'all don't know Common Beats, he's on YouTube as well. He always jumps in my 404 streams, and he's got positive energy. He put out a pack, and I picked it up. It's pretty much just donation. You can download it for free and just donate what you want. But he's got some pretty dope sounds in here. Let's go check out the kicks. I'm gonna go with this one. See what kind of snares you got in here. Calls when he's got it under tops. You gotta remember to, if you want to preview them, you click here. If you want to drag them, click here on the wave image. Get some other stuff in here. See, that's what I'm talking about, I think. I wonder if it has something to do with the charger being plugged in, because I'm obviously getting all this extra interference in the sound. I don't know if that would affect the MIDI as well. But I was talking about earlier in the stream how like I have these mapped to like pitch and volume, and I was trying to individually change a pad, and then I click over on a different pad, they would just jump to the same value. Alright, let me go to edit. So good. Oops. See, everything is changing.
This doll stayed on the box. This doll
Huh?
stayed on this. The doll stayed on this box is named Bella Rose.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on the box thing.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And then her name is Akai.
Okay. Let me finish up here, baby. I'm gonna come
Her
spend
name
some time
is
with you.
Bella Rose.
Love you.
Hi.
Almost done
And
here,
my
babies.
mom and mommy say I have to take care of her. And Jayla say, but I don't have to take care of her.
Take care of who?
This, mommy say I have to take care of it.
Okay.
But Jayla say I don't have to take care of it.
Well, listen to mommy. Okay? That's your mother. Jayla's your cousin. All right, go on, sit down. I'll be out there in a minute, okay?
But when I always tell her I have to take care of her, she says no.
Uh-huh. Okay, don't worry about it.
To at least turn the toy box.
Okay, that's fine. It's a toy. All right, listen to your mom. See that? That's the issue I'm having now. For some reason, and it just started after I plugged in the charger. Maybe that's what it is. It's like that's just my assumption. I just see the correlation between having the charger plugged in my phone and then that tripping for me trying to use the controller. So that didn't happen throughout the whole stream until I plugged it in because my battery was low. So that's the correlation I'm assuming. So I don't know if it's fact, but so yeah, I unplugged the controller. That stops. Anybody ever see anything like this? And it starts tripping again. So let me unplug the charger. Okay, unplug the charger. See if I get the. It's not popping back up for some reason. Okay. All right, for some reason I'm not getting my HDMI signal now. But that pretty much solved it though. From looking at my screen here, it's not. It's not a. So I'm gonna say that's the correlation. So if I go on stream, I'll probably just. Yeah, so it's working good now. I would say it's the power plug charging the phone simultaneously while trying to use this pad controller is making it trip. Like it's just, I don't know. It's just whatever it's doing. Y'all see what it's doing. It was just tripping. So, but yeah, on that note, I think it was this was beneficial figuring that out on stream. So if you guys do see some kind of issue like that, then maybe that's what it is. But most of you, I don't know if most of you will probably just have the one single thing plugged in, you know, just a pad controller or whatever, but trying to charge your phone to it might just make the MIDI trip. I appreciate that for sale. I'm going to try to keep the dream alive for sure. Oh, okay. So you've seen this, by the way. Yes, the phone charger does cause issues of the weird type in a lot of things. Maybe it's because it's reading the charger and reallocating resources. Okay. I could go with that logic. Mind-altering effects. Appreciate it. Yeah, definitely is. Definitely is. So, KOALA's dope. Definitely recommend it. I know I'm sleeping, so most people are already on it. But yeah, I'm going to call that the stream. I appreciate you guys for coming in. If you haven't liked the video already, please give it a thumbs up. You know, move this along, support the channel a little bit. I appreciate it. Yeah, mind-altering effects. I'm going to go check out your channel right now. I appreciate y'all. God bless. Yeah, and on that thought of keeping the dream alive, one thing I've been saying lately is it's just a way of perception. You know, success is not a destination, it's a movement. So keep on moving and run with your dreams. Peace out. I do not have a video for this setup. It was going to be the first thing I do. I don't know, possibly I'll still do it. But yeah, like I had that other piece that I wasn't able to find a link for on Amazon and then had the HDMI issue, so I didn't go through with that video, but maybe I could possibly do something like that. We'll see if I still have the energy or the want to. But all right. Peace, everyone.